He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
It's second and inches.
Again, it's Pacheco. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Now Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now it's second and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Yellow. 15. 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
We're good.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Hey, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Attack.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco taking it in. And the Chiefs go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
That makes the score. Chiefs 8, Eagles 9.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Will Shipley on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into of the game. But you got to figure.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 83 yards. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. A rifles one that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. A third quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Barkley inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
73, 63.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
That's complete. He's got Barkley in the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Very set. Tiger Hawk, trimmer. 9.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before. All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Mahomes. That's caught at the 3. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Noah Gray.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the O team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that's complete to Brown.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Hurts.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he stopped immediately there.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Great, set.
Another try for Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Hey, 73.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Great.
Throwing is Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Great, set.
Now a first throw here in overtime. His throw incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup.
They toss it to Pacheco. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he got